Good morning class. Today we are going to study about the second chapter. Yesterday I had taught you the first chapter and completed the all the topics of first chapter. So complete exercises regarding all the exercises. If any doubt will be there, then clear your doubt with me. Okay, now we are going to study about the chemical changes and chemical reaction. First of all, the second chapter is the chemical changes and chemical reaction. So first of all, we are covering the chemical changes. And what is the chemical change? Chemical change means it is a permanent change in which the chemical composition of a substance is changed and one or more new substance with different chemical composition and properties are found. What happens when we do any chemical reaction or any chemical bond? So if chemical change signifies that it is a process in which some change occurs. Something is changed and just form a new product, and new product is also formed with a new change. So that is the chemical change. Just like when we put the starter culture, which we call as the zoran, in the milk, then the milk is just converted into the curd. So what happened? The milk property, what the protein and arrangement of the milk property was there, that coagulated to form the property of curd due to the starter culture. So that is the chemical reaction taking place. Similar way, the different type of chemical reaction taking place whether in the laboratory or within the formation of the product. So what happened that when the chemical change is a permanent change. It is a permanent change in which a chemical composition, means a chemical composition of a particular substance is changed and one or more new substances with different chemical composition and properties are formed. That means few reactants will be there, few things would act on that reactant, and then particular reactant will mix and form a new product. So the product is being formed due to the formation or the reaction of that particular two or more reactants, or whatever the reaction or whatever the condition taking place. That whatever the occurrence is being taking place, that particular phenomena is called as the chemical change. So now when the chemical change occurs in the chemical bond of the reactant, product is broken or just joined, whatever they are happening. So what is chemical bond? After the chemical change, we must know that what is a chemical bond. Chemical bond is that force which holds a molecule together in a compound. When we are saying that H2O, when we are saying the H2SO4, so when H2SO4 or H2O or whatever the molecule is there, that molecule, each and every atom is being tightly bounded with each other, then only it forms the compound. So the chemical bond is that bond, whether it is the ionic, covalent or whatever the bond is there. We will study in the later on the chapter that what type of bonds are there. So whether it is whatever the bond is there, the bonds which bind the particular atom in a compound or molecule, that is called as the chemical bond. So what we had studied about the chemical changes, that what is the chemical changes? Chemical changes is a change in which the composition of substance is changed and one or more new substance with different chemical composition and properties are formed. Means when two substances of the reactant are mixed with providing a particular condition, the new substances will form, and that particular occurrence of the phenomena which is taking place in such process is called as the chemical change. Chemical bond is the force which holds a molecule together in a compound. Now we are going to study about the condition. What would be the condition? In a summarized form, we had evaluated few conditions so that it makes it easy to use all studies, and what condition could take place when a chemical change is going to occur. First of all, mixing means close contact. Means two reactants are coming in close contact and then changing their compound. What is happening? Here PbNO3 hold twice, lead nitride is there, and here potassium iodide. Both are get mixed and then it is forming KNO3. Okay? Then it is forming potassium nitrate, KNO3, and then it is forming PbI2. So what is happening? These two compounds PbNO3 hold twice, 2Ki is being reacting to form the 2KNO3 and PbI2. So this is the particular reaction where the mixing of the compound is done. What happened? In this particular reaction, the mixing of the compound is done. What happened? What we are seeing, that lead nitrate and what is happening? Lead nitrate and potassium iodide react to make the lead iodide. What happened? Lead nitrate and potassium iodide mix to form the lead iodide. Okay, so this is the mixing. After mixing, this particular composition is being changed and form a new compound. So it is a mixing phenomenon. Similarly, the second phenomenon is of solution. When the mixture is occur in the aqueous or molten solution. So aqueous or molten solution here, NaCl in the form of aqueous, AgNO3, silver nitride in the form of aqueous. These both in the aqueous solution is forming AgCl, silver chloride, and NaNO3 in the aqueous form. So what is happening in the solution phase, when mixing and change is going to occur, that is called as the solution phase, the mixing is occurring in that phase. Similarly, some reactions takes place in the presence of light. The best example is of photosynthesis, where 6CO2, 12H2O react to form the glucose, which is the food product of the plant in the presence of light. Here the mention is the presence of light. Similarly, some few more reactions are there which is mentioned in your book regarding the presence of light. Then next is the electricity. What is electricity? When electricity act on the water, then we broke the water molecule into H2 and O2, the subsequent molecule. So this is the form of electricity. So in this form we are knowing that what conditions are occurring in proper orientation, that what the changes is going to occur in particular reaction. Then last one is the pressure. When pressure is applied, here see nitrogen and hydrogen is reacting, and about 200 atm pressure is being required here, and it is changing into NH3. So what is happening? Due to this pressure, this nitrogen and hydrogen is getting mixed and gets changed into the NH3. Similarly, a catalyst, the main function of catalyst is this: either it accelerate the reaction or deaccelerate the reaction. So catalyst, here the best example is of magnesium iodide oxide is there. 2KClO3, magnesium oxide is acting, and KCl is being formed and 3O2 is being formed. And the catalyst is also of two types. It is either the positive, which accelerate the reaction, and either it is negative. So the positive of catalyst reaction which accelerate the reaction, that is the H2O2, which form H2O and O2 in presence of MnO2, means magnesium oxide. And the negative form of the reaction is that rate of oxidation decreases in the presence of alcohol. What happened here? The rate of oxidation of it is mentioned that rate of oxidation of chloroform. Sorry, I hadn't mentioned here. Rate of oxidation of chloroform. Rate of oxidation of chloroform decreases when negative catalyst is adding. Then the rate of oxidation of chloroform decreases in the presence of alcohol. Then alcohol just decrease the rate of oxidation of chloroform, and thus the product will be formed. So these are the conditions, whatever the things are occurring and changing a particular reactant into the product. So these are the conditions where we already studied. Now there are two types of catalyst also. With the presence of catalyst, they will act. Promoter will enhance the rate of reaction. When catalyst is acting on a particular reaction, if promoter is there, then promoter will enhance that particular rate of reaction. And inhibitor, if inhibitor is present there, then it will just deaccelerate. It will just deaccelerate the reaction. So these are all the conditions: mixing, close contact, solution, heat, light, electricity, pressure, catalyst positive and negative, and promoter and inhibitor are the particular rate of reaction which are the conditions which are just acting on the particular chemical and just changing the particular reaction. Now here we already studied about the conditions. Now here characteristics of chemical changes. We are characterizing what chemical changes is occurring with example. So there are four type of characteristics mentioned in your syllabus. Evolution of gas. When some of the reaction is taking place, then the evolution of gas takes place. The evolution of gas is called as effervescence. Effervescence means when a reaction is taking place, there is a bubble of gas is being formed. That is called as the effervescence. What happens? Here zinc and hydrogen and sulfuric acid is being reacting to form ZnSO4 and hydrogen. Here hydrogen gas will evolve with the effervescence, means the formation of bubble will occur. So this is the evolution of gas. This is example of evolution of gas. That is the characteristics of the chemical chain. Because in this, the particular reaction is being reacting and gas is being formed as a one product. Now, second is the change of color. What happens? When this iron and CuSO4, copper sulfate, is being reacting, then here the copper sulfate has the blue color solution. But when it is reacting, then it is give the FeSO4 with the green color solution, and copper will remain come out as a product. So what happens? This blue color solution is being changed into the green color solution. So what happens? The change in the color is being occurring. This is also a type of chemical change. Means a physical change is being occurring which could be seen by our eyes. That is when iron is being reacting with the CuSO4, then it forms the green color FeSO4. Then the third one is the formation of precipitate. What is the precipitate? A type of deposition occur at the last tip of the test tube when any particular reaction is being reacting. What happened here? AgNO3 aqueous is being taken in with the NaCl. What happened? AgCl, white precipitate, is formed at the bottom of the test tube, at the tip of the test tube, and NaNO3 is being evolved. So what happened? This is the formation of precipitate. Now the last one is the change of state, means a particular state, solid, liquid, gas, change its state. What happened here? NH3 gas and HCl gas is being reacting, are just condition form, and then this reactant form the NH4Cl. What happened? These two are gases at this temperature, and then it is formed the solid. So what happened? The gas is being converted to the solid. That is the example of the change of the state, means the gaseous state change into the solid state. So these are the characteristics of the chemical reaction. So what we had studied today, we had studied about what is the chemical change, means whatever the change is being occurring or the new changes is being occurring, that is called as the chemical change. Bond is that is holding a particular chemical molecule in a compound. And what are the conditions we all had known in the before this, and what are the characteristics of the chemical reaction. These are the 4 type of characteristics which are mentioned in your syllabus. Evolution of gas is an example, then changing of the color is an example, where blue color solution is being changed into the green color solution, then formation of precipitate, where the white color precipitate is being formed in the evolution. In the evolution of gas, effervescence means the formation of bubble, gas bubble is being seen, and in the change of state here the two gaseous molecules just react to form the solid molecule. So this is the example of characteristics of the chemical reaction. Now in the next lecture we will study about the types of chemical changes and whatever the changes occurring in that particular type, and that we will cover in the next lecture. So any problem regarding any topic, you all could ask me and do the exercises related to this topic in your notes.